people who thought the Indians were the Israelites are some of the most well-known and respected men in American history. People like Ezra Stiles, the 7th president of Yale University and a founder of Brown University, contended against his academic peers and asserted that through his studies of Hebrew and Algonquin, that Algonquin closely resembled ancient Hebrew. On the connection between the Hebrews and the Indians, William Penn states, "Their eyes are black like Jews. They reckon by moons. They offer first fruits. They have a feast of tabernacles. Their altar stands on 12 stones. Their mourning lasts a year. Their customs of women are like those of the Jews. Their language is concise, masculine, full of energy, resembling the Hebrew. One word serves for three. One word serves for three. And the rest is supplied by the understanding of the hearers. And although we use a bastardized language today, we still speak like that." And I'm talking about, lastly, they were to go into a country which they neither planted nor sown. And he that imposed that condition upon them was well able to level their passage thither. For we may go from the eastern extremity of it to the west of America. End quote. William Penn. And what about Edom? How do they play a role? Edom and Israel are of the same blood through their father Isaac, so their genetic connection is without question. But they both represent two nations in relation, but in contention. The Assyrians who carried away the Israelites during the first exile were also Shemites, but not Hebrews. It's important to understand this distinction. For the sake of this discussion, we should focus our attention upon Edom to draw certain parallels to our overall objective of establishing proof of Hebrews in America, the red cliffs of the American Southwest. We all know the color red also represents Rome, and this can still be seen in the flags and the coats of arms of the nations, aka Goyim, of the former territories of the Roman Empire. The red in these flags goes all the way back to Edom. This is parallel to the way dukedoms in Europe have continually operated for.
So that just goes to show that the whole idea that Native Americans are Hebrew and Israelites doesn't come from African Americans. The first explorers used to say that. The founder of Mormonism even said that, Joseph Smith. The reason why a lot of these people used to believe that is because that was the common, that's what people, that was like common knowledge back then, to believe that Native Americans were Hebrews and Israelites. White people were the ones that came up with that belief system. So the black Hebrew Israelites now that are saying that they're the Hebrew Israelites, they're trying to ride our coattails of being chosen. We don't think we're Hebrew. We're not Israelites. If it's true that they came over here, they would have been assimilated into our culture, and none of their DNA would be around today. Our culture would have been the dominant culture, and we would have took them in, and they would have been fully assimilated, and there would be no signs of their culture. So there is a lot of similarities in the culture. I believe that indigenous culture is the mother culture, but we're not Hebrew Israelites. And the black Hebrew Israelites, they're riding our coattails. Nobody ever said that they were like Hebrews. They spoke Paleo Hebrew. Their ways were like Hebrew. Nobody has ever said that in the history of histories. The only reason why they're saying that they're Hebrew Israelites is because they're trying to say they're also Native American at the same time. And if you look at their list, they're at the top of the list, and 11 out of 12 of those tribes are represented by people from the Americas. They're the only people on that list that are not from the Americas, and they claim that they're from the tribe of Judah, the tribe Jesus was from, and they're the king and leader tribe. And we're all supposed to follow them.